High-definition news leader. This is News Channel 13, where the news comes first.
3 days to Decision Day, and the Senate race in Colorado is getting the nation's attention. We'll hear from both candidates as the final hours of the campaign approach. From D.C. politicians to state ones, local leaders mark the end of a huge construction project in Colorado Springs. And Virgin Airlines CEO gets emotional, reflecting on yesterday's rocket crash in California. Good evening and thanks for joining us for KRDO News Channel 13 at 5 o'clock. I'm Greg Miller. Jonathan Petramala is on assignment. With only 3 days before voters go to the polls across the country in the midterm election, one of the most hotly contested races nationally is in our backyard, and it could tip the balance of power in the Senate. KRDO News Channel 13's Eric Fink spoke to both candidates, locked in a tough battle on the campaign trail.
Voters drop off their ballots. With only hours to go before the close of a contentious campaign with major national implications, incumbent Democratic Senator Mark Udall and his Republican challenger, Congressman Gardner, make their final pitches to get out the vote.
There's a tremendous amount of energy on the ground, and the fact is people of Colorado understand that we have the opportunity to get people back to work and better opportunities ahead. He's voted 99% of the time with President Obama, and on Tuesday the state of Colorado is going to have their chance to do something about it.
My record is a forward-looking record. This race has always been set up to be close, and in the end we will win because we'll get out the vote.
A focus of the campaign that could make the difference in flipping the Senate into Republican hands: women's reproductive rights. Udall hammers Gardner for co-sponsoring a federal personhood amendment that would ban abortion and some common forms of birth control. But the congressman says he's changed his mind and no longer supports the bill, despite remaining a sponsor.
The bill you're talking about is simply a statement that I support life. The fact is Senator Udall is running a divisive, social issue-focused campaign. I believe we can do better.
The freedom of frontier is the freedom to do what you believe is appropriate with your own body. And Congressman Gardner spent his entire political career trying to limit those options. This is a very important issue to millions of Colorado women and families.
The final Denver Post poll before the votes are counted shows this race is a statistical dead heat within the margin of error, with Gardner up 46-44. Late polls like the Post have been breaking for Gardner for the last several weeks, but Udall says the only poll that matters is on Election Day. Will Udall convince enough voters to earn 6 more years? Or with 2 years left in President Obama's final term, will politically divided Colorado elect a different guy with a different vision? In Colorado Springs, Eric Fink, KRDO News Channel 13.
Now, Republicans need to pick up 6 seats currently held by Democrats to take control of the Senate.